Interesting Guanaco facts. It is believed that in the recent past, between 30 and 50 million guanacos once grazed on the lower slopes of the Andes, which are located on the western coast of South America, from tropical Peru and Bolivia to Chile and Argentina. Less than 1 million remain today, a pitiful remnant of their former numbers. Once killed in large numbers because they competed for pasture with domestic sheep, they were also hunted for their wonderful wool. The brownish-brown fur of these fine-boned calloused has two layers, a coarse outer hair and a thin undercoat. The name comes from the Quechuan word for Guanaco, and this wild relative of the domesticated llama once provided the Indians of Patagonia and the Andes with food, fur and skins. Guanacos roam their territory in families, one male with a harem of up to 10 females and their cubs, the so-called chalengo. When the chalengo is 1 year old, the males kick them out of the family group. There are also herds of guanacos consisting of only males. Around 4000 BC, people domesticated the guanaco, creating a llama out of it. The guanaco is also closely related to the rare vicuna and the domestic alpaca. Cougars are the only enemies of guanacos, other than humans, and they most often prey on the vulnerable chalengo. Guanacos are always alert, especially in the morning and evening when cougars are hunting. Guanacos have a nasty habit of not caring when they're angry. When the males fight each other for dominance over the stadium, they approach each other, lower their ears, raise their tails, and begin their war dances. They scream and neigh and then release a large spit of saliva. If one of them does not back down, they run at each other like one of the medieval tournaments, fighting and tangling chest muscles until one of them wins, driving the opponent away. The stomach of guanacos has 3 parts, and although they are not technical ruminants, which have a stomach of separate parts, they regurgitate and chew their cud, already partially digested vegetation. Thanks to a highly developed respiratory system, guanacos live at an altitude of up to 5,500 meters above sea level, where many others find it difficult to breathe due to rarefied air. Moreover, below 3,000 meters these rare animals feel out of place. Her body length is 125 to 225 centimeters, height at the withers is 90 to 130 centimeters, weight is 80 to 130 kilograms. This is an animal of slender, light build, resembling a deer or antelope in proportions, but with a longer neck. The head of these humpless camels is also long and laterally compressed, the upper lip covered with hairs strongly protrudes forward, deeply divided and very mobile. Guanacos have large eyes with thick eyelashes that protect them from the sun, wind, and dust, long pointed ears, short tail, almost hairless on the lower surface. Her coat is thick and soft. They feed on herbaceous plants, mosses, lichens, willingly visit salt licks, can drink brackish or salty water, like to stand or lie in mountain streams, swim well and can run at speeds up to 65 kilometers. For guanacos, sexual dimorphism is manifested in the fact that males are larger in size than females. At night, guanacos rest. Their period of activity begins at dawn, and during the day it is interrupted several times by periods of rest. In the morning and evening, guanacos go to watering holes. Guanacos go to the toilet strictly in certain places, where large signal heaps of manure are formed. In general, guanacos are extremely cautious animals. All members of the herd are never at rest. Special sentinels are distinguished from them, which, in case of danger, make loud sounds. If guanacos are disturbed, the animals disappear from view very quickly, but in areas where they are guarded, guanacos become much less shy and often let people close to them. Rutting in guanacos begins in the north of the range in August, in the south until February. Mating then begins in December and continues until January, born in November to December. Thus, pregnancy in females lasts about 11 months. There is usually one cub in the litter, the mass of which is equal to 10% of the mass of matter. In cases where two cubs are born into the light of an uprising, only one leaves. A small guanaco accumulates already in the 5th minute, but usually after a few months it begins to graze after a couple of months. Milk feeding lasts 4 months. Becomes independent at the age of 8 months. Sexual maturity was reached at 2 years of age. Life expectancy in nature is 20 years, in captivity it is reduced to 28 years. In Chile and Peru, the guanaco is protected by law. Guanacos always defecate in a strictly defined place, that is, they have a kind of toilet. The Indians, noticing this feature of the animal, used their dung as fuel, collecting it in such places. There is a city in Argentina named Guanaco after this species. Today, guanacos are bred on special ranches in the Andes for fur, which is used to make clothes and jewelry. Outwardly, it looks like fox fur and is used both in natural and dyed form. Dear friends, if you liked the video, please subscribe and like. Thank you.